Well, welcome to Memphis Answers. We kind of behind on this series, but today we have a question about last week's video Memphis Monday 325, where we fixed a broken wooden chair seat, and we had a fellow had some concerns about the brace repair we did. He kind of wondered why we didn't use dowels or pins or whatever. Let's go in the house, and on my big television I'll put the comment up, and we'll take a look at his question and my written reply, and then we'll come back and I'll do a little schematic and talk about why I did the repair I did. So let's knock off that chit chat and come up with some answers. Here's the comment and the reply. Paulo VAR has some concerns about how I fixed the chair in Memphis Monday 325, fixing an oak chair. He says, I don't believe you did that. That was a beautiful chair, and you just ruined its value with that half and fixed. I think he meant half-ass fixed. I see you had so many options: dowels, pins, MT. Terrible. Double explanation point. So my reply that I gave him. So I used this repair on several of these cheap factory chairs. The original glue is not good. I think they used some furniture glue I'm not familiar with. As another comment pointed out, the glue fails without damage to the wood. Important point is that all the jointed wood in the chair bottom is faulty, so a conventional repair of these two breaks would have done nothing. The chair bottom likely would have broken again in the next joint over. The utility of this bracing repair is that the brace overlaps all the potentially bad joints, thus stopping future joint failures. And I don't get credit for inventing this brace repair of chair bottoms, as I've seen it in many old wooden chairs. But this technique would not be right for the restoration of valuable heirlooms or antiques, but it is the way to go for standard mass-produced utility chairs. Thanks for watching and keeping me honest. Okay, let's go out in the shop, and I'll do a little diagram and show you what I mean by this written response. So let me explain the repair here. Let's say this is an outline of the seat. Okay, that's a seat. It looks like it's about life size, but it's not a single piece of wood. It's actually glued. They make seats that are a single piece of wood, but you have to find a piece of wood that's 2 inches thick and 18 inches wide, and they're kind of hard to come by. But guys that make these chairs sometimes find it. But these factory chairs are a series of boards glued up, and they're different sizes. Whatever they have. Okay? So what we had in our Memphis Monday 325 is we had this joint broken and this joint broken. Now the story is the questioner wondered, well, why didn't we just put some dowels through here, or biscuits, or I don't know, dominoes, or slats, or some sort of conventional rejoining of the wood. Well, that won't work. I mean, it'll work for these joints, these two joints, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other joints that are about ready to fail because this glue in these joints that they use in the factories isn't very good or something. it just falls apart after 15, 20 years. It just sort of dissolves and the wood just falls apart. So we have to reinforce all the joints, and taking them apart is not practical, because that's, unless you just want to rebuild the chair, but that's not practical. So this repair we did, you'll notice in the video, we extended that brace all the way out to the edge so that it covered, so it reinforced all the joints all at once. I've seen this repair done on old chairs, old-timey chairs and back in the day chairs. I certainly didn't invent it. Then it's glued in place. I hope I used plywood. That's the best thing to use. You miter these edges, you can't see them. You glue it in place, put good screws in, spread them out, and it's a really good repair. So that's the answer to why did I use the brace. Well, so that's my answer for why I used the brace. The idea that we somehow destroyed the value of that chair is kind of a non sequitur, because the chair had no value. Those chairs are made by the millions in factories. They're landfill chairs. They're expendable. They're not. They don't really have any deep value. But that's the reason I use the brace, and I hope that answered your question. So like, favorite, share, comment, and if you do leave a down check, at least try to comment. Maybe I'll answer it. So thanks for playing along.